Hello, let's go, St here, and welcome to AstroColony. Today we're going to continue, of course, with all the smelters and all the crazy stuff. I was planning to get, maybe some Planetoids with us. That should be a crazy thing, so we can get the machines a little bit better up and running. Yes, they're running. In the previous one we didn't make everything, but I did do the belt work on top. Yeah, we don't see a lot of them. Maybe I did do something wrong, or there is a little bit of a bag up. I don't know what's going on. Machines are working, but the only resources that we have is, of course, from the asteroid catches. But look at that. If you bring it on top of this one, this is looking awesome. We can use this for many things, and this should be a nice thing to do. Yeah, maybe a few more rows or something like that. We shall see. Alright, here we are. Of course, I did place all the belts and, of course, the oxygen stuff. But before I going to do that, I did already place one oxygen filler in here. The reason that I placed it in here, I didn't finish it off, of course, is just to get that water. We can expand this more, so this should be a wonderful thing. I think one is more than enough to, use for everything. So I did replace it a little bit from the oxygen, so if we got a little bit of a distance here, you can see it's something like this. And then, of course, make it a little bit nicer. I can see the plates and all that stuff is working. I will explain a little bit what I've done. Not too much. If you want to know a lot more of that, please let me know in the comment. I really would appreciate it. But still. Oh, I'm making something that I didn't anticipate. Interesting. Wait, what is that? Oh, I'm making also these plates. Oh, yes, so correctly. I need to change this. Like so, for example. Wait, wrong button again. Let's do the correct one. Where is it? Alrighty. I didn't notice that I've made these. Yeah, this will back up then. Let's see if I'm correct. Ooh, wrong one. Oh, yes, we're making that. That's perfect. So this is looking good, looking awesome. And of course everything is going to the storage, so we got a lot of stuff in here. Looking good. Alright, let's explain a little bit what I've done. So I've been splitting, of course, the normal resources like gold, iron and copper. Gold is not really a normal one because it's rare. Yeah, there's a gold one. But yeah, we're splitting them 50-50. That's everything 50-50 into the machine, into the next machine, and this will push out the other ones. Not coal. Coal will continue to this line. And then, of course, in this line, this will get, split again. I think I made a mistake because I'm not getting any resources in here. Oh, this is an output. No, that's fine. Cool. Yeah, still, it's okay. So, if you could check that out, this is 4-1. 4-1 is because I want to get 4 of that coal all the way, I think, somewhere down there. Just, to get that stuff. And this is then 10-1. Because 6 needs to go down there. 1 just needs to go in here. With some plates, we got some, if I'm correct, iron rods. So, before I'm going to continue, this is a nice thing to, make sure you got even some resources for yourselves. Because you want some gold and you want some copper and iron to build some stuff. The only thing left to do is just to say, okay, 3 is going to the right because we need a lot of other stuff. Just the same for the other resources, just 3-1, and 1 item will go down there. You can say 5, 6, 7, 8, it doesn't really matter, you need to check that out. I just put in 3-1, should be fine. And then of course this will go all the way following the belt to the storage, so we can still build items. That's just the same with these plates. So of course this is going to split all that stuff. I did do this one splitting from to the top and to the right. You don't need to do that because 1 resource is enough to bring it in. But, oh, made a mistake. I was wondering why it's not working. Yeah, okay. So now it will continue up. Yes, and 1 is going to the right. You can say all up. But if you're going to add some more resources, then this may be the best way to do it. Of course, just the same for this one. Already need to change this. Look at that. And then, of course, the belts are bringing all the resources up. We got the plates from the left and from the right. and it's going to be in the storage. You don't need a storage box like this, you can add immediately the belts, but I like to do the storage. If something is backing up, then we got some room in there. Because we need a lot of iron plates, I did do something like this. 4 to the top, yes, 1 to the right, that's going to be all the way, if I'm correct, to the next place. Yes, we don't need a lot of that. And 1 to 1, just to get some down there. And the other ones will go to the storage. Then we got these resources in here. That's just the same principle as the other one. Just make sure everything is nice and clean. Just the same principle for everything. Besides this one, I will push this through. Because, yeah, we're going to need that for a little bit different things. So, yeah, now we got these items in here. I did do something like this. So, I need to add this one in here. Oh, wait, that's the wrong button. So, I need to bring that out of here. It should be into the storage. But that's why I leave these boxes in here. Sometimes you're missing a belt, and then yeah, really a nice thing to get something extra. If the belts are backing up, something like that, don't forget you get the storage in here. If you don't want that, yeah, you need to add another line on the other side. I got a lot of outputs here, and there is some reasons because we're going to need some resources to go to another place. But this is still, yeah, it's working. Not as fast as it should be, because yeah, we're not bringing enough resources in here, but it's working. I did open this one to check out. I did misplace a belt, but let's do this. Alrighty. So that's the basic stuff. I'm not going to explain too much about these belt works. If you want to know more about that, just leave me in the comment, then I will explain a lot more, but this is something I will do in between, so everything should work. Alrighty, let's go with the next phase. I destroyed everything, so there is some things that we need to do now. Let's check it out. So we unlocked everything, but there is some items we cannot do. We need to go with the chemistry science, we need to go with the biology science, and then if we can, high-tech science, or is that a little bit later? I don't see it, so I think it's a little bit later, but okay, that's fine. So we need to get some people in here, but yeah, we don't have enough resources. I want to see if I can do something in here or adding some other belts, but we don't have the option for that. So the thing is, if I'm going to add some more things in here, yeah, this is not always going to work, because this belt is already maxed out. We cannot bring anything more in here. Checking out the technology tree, we can add better belts. But I think it's a little bit later on. Yeah, there it is. Advanced logistics. So this will be a little bit later on. We cannot do it for now. But that's fine. We'll figure that out. Should be not a problem. Alright, so first of all, what I'm going to do, I'm going to close this off just to make sure it's a little bit nicer. I will change the design soon, but not for now. Just want to make this a little bit, yeah, boxed off. Alright, that's done. Then of course do that on the other side. If you don't know which height it is, remember it should be 5 to the top. Something like this should be the correct one. If I'm not mistaken, we can check that out. Yes, perfect. Alright, let's fill this up. And there is also another reason, because these asteroids will come all the way down here, and yeah, it's not destroying anything, but it's really annoying to get something like that. I think I'm going to add some belts, some inputs in here, and then we can bring it like so, maybe. Should be a thing we can do. The problem is, yeah, the belt speed is very, very low. But of course I can change a little bit more, because we really only need to get the ice and the copper on these machines, so we can change the recipes. And then we can still use this belt, but then we can get some more items. Should be fine. Alright, to make sure this is nice and clean, I will make sure I got a floor up and running here. Look at that, saved a lot of that. Let's hope I'm not going too far. Yes, looking good. And this is the last spot, and just not enough. Too bad. I was thinking I got enough, but... And look at that, it's not clipping through. This is just perfect. Just like I calculated it. Of course we can add a catwalk in here if we want to make everything open, but I don't know. We're going to make something else in here. So we need to check out some stuff in here. We need a lot of stuff. So I will prepare myself a little bit just to get the items. So we're going to need a canteen. We're going to need a dining stand. We need some chambers to sleep. We're going to need a school. Maybe 3 I think, and then study points, also something like that. So these are the things we're going to need for now, and we're going to need a humanitarian laboratory, but that's for a little bit later. We can add this one already because this is a recycler. So if you want to use it, if you want to do something like this, you can place it, for example, and you don't want this of course in the way. There are many places you can place it, but let's say we're going to place it here. Yeah, I decided to do it on this one. So it's going to clip through. I don't like that clipping through, but you cannot see it, so it should be fine. And of course we need a storage box for that, so I think something like this. Let's see if I got enough room. Just make sure I got this box. Like so. Oh, it should be one further. Alright, something like this should be okay. And of course we need a belt, everything. Can I grab belt? Nope. So I see I don't get enough ice at the moment. We have enough, but there's not a lot in here. We're going to change that on the top. And there we go. Of course this one will need power. We're going to change the power in here. That's this one. And then of course do this one to make it nice and clean. We're going to box it off and then do it like this. So we got an output onto this one. I'm going to connect it down here. Always nice to see where it is. And drag it to this one, for example. Alright. This should work if we put in some items in here. I got some items that I don't want to use. Recycle items. So for example I got an extra constructor, smelter. Oh, don't split it, just drop it. Warehouse, all that stuff. I can bring it in here. Sure, why not? We don't need it. If you're going to use it still, don't remove it, don't do it away, because yeah, it's not necessary. Like cables, walls and belts, you will need that in between. But the other stuff I'm not going to use for now. Even the laboratory will go away. Because yeah, we still don't need it. So if that's done, it's going to recycle it. Of course, it will bring it down here and into this box. Let's close this off for now. I got a solution for this to make it a little bit nicer, but I'm not going to do it. No, the extra building stuff will be a little bit later on. Alrighty, so we need to capture these planetoids. There are a few things we need to have for that. It's, if I'm correct, we need a thruster. If we got that one, nope. Wait, didn't we unlock something? Yeah, engines. So if we check this out, the engine, we need hydrogen tank. Hydrogen tank, not really hard to make, nope. We can change here a little bit on this spot. But we can also change something down there to make it a little bit nice and get this a little bit together. We can say, alright, let's add, not this one, wrong machine. Let's grab the correct one. Alright, hydro generator. Look at that. So there is a power and water stuff in here. So the power and the water, that's a little bit strange. So the input and output, I think we can change the input and output, so that should be fine. Let's say we're going to place this. Need to get this a little bit aligned. Maybe a little bit further, should be okay. Let's say something like this. We can doing the output somewhere else if we need it, but I'm going to do it like this. Just why not? Look at that. We got some recipes, so we got also other recipes that we can do. But like I say, we can change the input normally. Oh, that's not possible for this one. Some machines you can change the input. Look at that, swap input. This one is not an option. Oh, yeah, then this will change a little bit. Yes. Alright, I've been figuring this out. How do we do this the best way? So we need some machines like this one, but we also going to need some machines like this. I'm going to leave the oxygen in here for now. We can build on top if we do this correctly. And I'm going to place this one in here. But we need a little bit of room, because we need that power and we need to bring in some belts. So there is an input and an output and all that stuff. If I'm correct, we can just... yeah, if we're going to output something like that in here, we need a little bit of room. So let's say this one and then one more. It's not looking nice. It's all the way to the edge, but it's kind of okay. We can also build it on top. So if we don't want to do this, we can build on top of each other. So let's remove it for now. And what do I mean with on top of each other? Add a platform in here, like so. It should be fine. It's all hidden. It's kind of not clipping through. Yeah, it's all fine. So that's an option. But for now, let's leave it like this. It should be okay. But alright, what about all the belts? Where are we going to bring it in? That should be not really a surprise, because it's really not that hard to do. I want to clean this up a little bit. I will finish this later on. The belts will go onto this spot down here. Yes, we're going to expand this a little bit. So it's going to be fine. It's going to be all okay. We need to add the belts in here. Yes, I need that power and all that stuff also. And of course we need the resources going to the other side. But we need that oxygen all the way to the other side. And we're also going to need to make quartz. Interesting thing. So let's turn this on also. After a while we're going to get also dirt. And then we can make some stone. Yeah, interesting. So the time will take along. So that's 6, 10 water and then 8 and 12 seconds. One belt should be enough to handle all 3 of them, because this one is 60 seconds. Should be fine. Of course, yeah, like I told before, we can build it on top. Let's do the water quickly. Just, yeah, it's not going to be nice, but it's going to work. We don't need to do a lot of things in this one. Just make sure this one is set up and done. So we got the water. We don't have the power. Let's quickly add the power down here. Alrighty. Alright, power set up and done. So now the thing is the belts. I will add the belts and I will show you what I'm going to do. Especially because this is going to be another opening. And if I'm correct, we have some room in here. Look at that. How beautiful. So the only thing left is, of course, making sure this is looking nice. We can delete all of this now. This was fun. This was a nice thing to do. But now you need to go. Going to change that a little bit. We're going to bring in the belts onto this spot. Something like so. It will go in here. That's the input. Yeah, that should be something like this for now. And this is going to be inputting all of that into this one. And then we got an output. And the output is going to be like so. And then of course this one needs to go up soon. So if we're going to expand this one a little bit further, then we got that problem. Look at that. That's not good. So the thing what I'm already going to do is bring this one up. Like so. And then do it something like this. And bring this all the way back. It's going to the output. That's the output in here. Let's make sure we got a floor hole or wall in here. So it's looking a little bit nicer. And let's close this off. So that's the input, output. We don't need this for now. That's just if we're going to expand it, it should be okay. I'm missing this one, yes. If I want to output this one, we can also do it immediately, something like so. And then do something like so. And then the only thing left to do is swap this one. I'm not going to do it now because it's working. But if we're going to need it, we can swap it and then it's going to bring it all the way down there. This is 10 seconds, so that should be fine. Remember, in the future we get better belts and all that stuff. Yes, the design is not looking good, but that will be fixed soon. We need the first the resources in here. We need to make sure this is all working. We don't have quartz for now, but that will be there soon. Let's bring in the items. So we need to remember we need a lot of coal to make sure we got our hydrogen tank up and running. But I want to bring in the items back to the other side. So let's for example do this one in here. Of course, doing something like this should be fine. Let's grab the floor. Drag it all the way down here. Just like that. Delete it. I'm going to quickly delete this one so I can copy and paste it. It's a little bit tricky, but it's going to work. So this is looking nice. So we can also, for example, do... let's see if I'm correct. We can delete all of this. You don't need to do that, but then you have a floating belt. But you can also say, okay, we're going to leave it like so. Of course, we need the belt to go in here. And let's immediately make sure it's going into the box. So that's not really that hard to do because we're going to drop it down. Why is it not working? Should be okay. This is strange. This should not be a problem. It seems to be there is a problem. But okay, we can fix this on the other way maybe. Oh, it's not correct. Alright, I need to change a little bit in here. And that's going to be a little bit tricky, but should be fine. Alright, I did change this a little bit. And yes, it's going to be a little bit strange. But you can also do it something like this. And I think if you're doing this correctly, you can make it a little bit compacter. But for now, I'm going to leave it like that. We're going to get some tubes and all that stuff. That's going to change many things. But for now, yeah, do something strange like that. That should be fine. The belts are working, all connected to the storage. That's fine. Alright, this should be the last one. That's done. Should be okay. Let's bring in some items in here to speed things up. Got more than enough coal and all the crazy stuff with me. Can we sort this? Yes, we can. Oh, but it's not like so maybe. Okay. And then, oh, merge items. Yeah, really. But okay, that's fine. So this is going in here already. I did set up the belt inside. Let's see what's going on in here. It's going to push everything into the correct spot if I'm correct. And it's going to make for us some hydrogen tanks, and we're going to need it. Hydrogen tanks will go all the way down there. I did add the belt, so it's going to the right, all the way to the top and to the other side. And yes, we're going to finish this a little bit. Just do something like this. For example, we can bring it all the way down here. Not really looking that good, but still we can finish this all the way to this one and then close this off. For example, like to the wall. Should be fine. Yeah, it's still okay. It's closed off. Still looking good. And of course, remember, we can always add some more. Yes, this is still fine. I really like it. But because this is a little bit strange, we're not going to do this one. Nope. We're going to leave it. We're going to change, I think it's this one. Going to add another one. We can remove this line, of course. Alright, so this is done, but it's not really looking nice. So what can we do to finish this one off? There is another building option in here. If we change this one, let's see, where is it? There it is. The truss. And then we can place it onto this one, for example. Then let's take it. Now we can place this on top of here. And this is going to look awesome. Look at that. How beautiful. And that's finished. It's still closed. I recommend not doing that already because we're going to add some more in the future. But still, I want to finish this up so it's looking a little bit nicer. We could place this a little bit more to the left so it's aligned with this one. You don't really need to do that, but it's an option. And of course, yeah, the power stuff, we can do that in the future. But this is still working. That's fine. And of course, don't forget to close this one. So we got a little bit nice glass wall in here. And then do this one also. Done. Look at that. This is beautiful. Hydrogen. Hydrogen. We're going to need to get these thrusters up. Alright, here we are. We got the electric thruster. We need a few items for that. So let's bring this onto this spot for now. We're going to drill soon, so let's bring that also in here. And let's see, I need one more item. And it's going to be a docking station. So I'm going to already take the advanced docking. You can do the normal one, but I'm going to take the advanced one. Don't really use the normal ones, I think. Yeah, I don't remember. Should be fine. We got also a robot assembler. Interesting. But we don't need a robot for now. Alright, so to do these thrusters, I'm not going to build a platform yet for all of that, because we're going to change a little bit soon. But we want to get these planetoids and want to check out what resources we can get from that. So if we check on the map, this is us. We can click on them and we can see, alright, this one gets a lot of copper, iron and some gold. This one is getting everything, a little bit of iron, not a lot. What do we have here? Yeah, uranium, looking nice, aluminium, oh that's a good thing. Alright, some more aluminium, we're still on the correct spot, look at that, a lot of aluminium. Still, there's one thing that I want to get faster, but it's not on this planet I think, or this piece of seed, nope. There is one item that I want to get, but we need to, I think fly a little bit further for that. Alright, so for example going to that planet, or planetoid to be correct, we can add some thrusters. So we're going to place a thruster on different directions. I don't want to... Should we place a temporary platform? Yes, we're going to do that. So because we're going to expand this already, we need to place something like this. I think it should be, let's see, 10 at least. And then we can fill this up as far as we can. And just let's add some thrusters in here. I'm going to place one like so, so, and so. Before I'm going to connect it, I'm going to make sure it's off. Because this will work immediately if we turn that on, and that will be an issue. And we don't want to have that. And then of course we need the power in here. Alright, power, let's connect this one. Something like that should be okay. Alright, so if we turn on one thing, it will work. So let's see. We need to go a little bit to the right, for example. Let's turn this on. Look at that. We don't want to go too far, but I think something down there should be okay. Let's turn this off already. In the beginning it's a little bit tricky, but soon we will fix that. So let's do this one. Now we're getting closer and we're traveling. How fun is this? Alright, here we are. Let's turn this off. So if you want to go up, it's not really that hard. I think it should be up. And then it should go up. Look at that. Ooh, that's very fast. Stop. Let's get a little bit closer. Bring this to the middle. Yes, almost done. Looking good. Stop. Alright, we're close enough. It's a small one. It's not a big one. It's a small one. But we're going to grab these small ones also. Just to get the resources. That's why I'm going to fill this up. If that's possible. If I got enough materials. So this one will be copper. Let's add... Where is it? Advanced docking station. Oh, I don't have enough plates. Oh no. So that means if I don't have enough plates, I did do something wrong with the settings. So I want to get more plates up and running. And I know for sure this is going down this way. But if we want to get more items, this is going 4 to the front. 1 to 1. So let's say we're going to change this to the right to 2 to 1. Then we get some more plates down this way. And the rest is still working. You can also say 3 maybe. We're going to need a lot of plates. So need to balance this a little bit in between. Should be fine. Alright, so I told before I'm not going to use the small ones. This is an advanced one. I'm still going to use the small one. Just to get these little asteroids in here. Grab everything from that. So for example, I'm going to place this like so. And I'm going to place a few. Because we're going to capture many of them if that's possible. Let's get a little bit of room. Something like this. And then one in here. We're not going to use them all at the moment, I don't think so, but we can place some in here. So to make sure we got all the resources with us, let's say... Yeah, this is not going to work. We need to change the direction. This should work, but that's not really that nice. So let's clean up a little bit. Alrighty, this should work. Let's see if we can dock it. Yes, we can dock it, that's fine. So the problem with this one is, of course, the stone or the copper is in here. If you want not to do something like this, you can just drill it. This is kind of fast, so don't need to worry about that anymore. But still, it's taking some time. So this is not really the correct one to use. I will check out if I can get another one. Alright, so I've grabbed a lot of them. And some are really good and some are not good. So like this one, it's really hard to do something crazy, but let's try to figure this out. So I got that drill. I want to get that drill up and running. I want to bring it out. So that output is there. You can switch it. You can say, alright, you're going to use this one or this one. Should be fine. Doesn't really matter for me which one I'm going to use, but let's just place, for example, this one in here. We want to get as much as possible. So let's say this one should be fine. So this is automated kind of if we drag the belts, because I did place the belts down there already. Make sure it's going to be outputting. Like so. I think we can drag it onto this one. Yes, perfect. So that's done. Yes, we don't have power. That's not a problem. Let's grab the power from here. Down here, for example. So remember, these things are all temporarily. We are not going to use it for now a long time. When this is all captured, this all will be deleted. You don't need to figure out how to do this beautiful. That's not necessary. Now it's not working. It's going to consume 3. We need to change that. Alright, so we don't have power. Yes, but we need the power. I did add to the power line in here, so we need to bring in some power. It's only needing 3, so we can say let's do 3. That's 100%. And let's see if this is working then. Yes, look at that. It's working. So it's going to bring in the power from this network down there. If you got another thing going with a lot of power, you can bring it from this network then to your base. Not really necessary, but that could be a thing. Alright, let's do this everywhere. Everywhere? Yes, everywhere. Alrighty, these machines are working. I placed already 3 of them in here, but I noticed something, and there is something else we can do. For example, if you don't have enough dirt or not enough room to place some kind of station, if you use this drill and you press the right mouse button, look at that, we can add some more. I didn't notice that. So we can add some dirt in here if you want, to make it a little bit nicer. It's a really tricky thing to do, but it's an option. So you can make a little bit more of a huge platform. But what I will do is delete everything with this drill. This is wonderful. And it's going to be very fast if you got some luck, of course. Because you need to be, kind of just in the correct corner. But this is awesome. And everything that we don't need, I will remove. And alrighty, I did do a little bit of things in between because I was editing this video and I've noticed this video was taking too long, so I make it a little bit shorter now. We have connected, of course, all 3. Make sure everything is working. Look at that, 2 of them. It's very far away, of course, because it's almost done. Bring all the belts down to this spot into the box. So that's all fine. Also, I did grab this one, and that's a terrain, not a planetoid, but a terrain. And this is small pieces are the planetoids. So the big ones are something like terrain, or maybe they call them different, I don't know. Don't forget to grab all of this. That's quartz. We will need that in the future. So these things we can get everywhere. I did go travel around here to grab some ice and all that stuff. Look at that. And for the fun, I've done something like this. Just go all the way down and have some fun. So these are the things you can do in between. What is this? Dirt, I think. Oh, quartz. Yeah, look at that. So the stones and all the things that are quartz, we're going to need that in the future, but for now we need to collect everything in here. I will do this, I will clean everything to grab as much as possible, but that will be for the next episode, and I will make sure I got all of that. So I did place a box in here that all the resources are going in here. That should be fine. Even this one, this one, this one. I need to figure out ice will go to the next spot, so I will drag another belt down there with the ice and the quartz. It's not coming out, so let's push it just in here because we will get these resources sometimes. Look at that, this is going all the way up, and I did change the settings down there. This is going to split everything in here. Quickly, if you want to make sure every belt is going to be 50, 50, 50, or yeah, something like that, 33.9 or something like that. We can do it something like so. If you add one line in here, one line in here, they will, yeah, switch. Now there is not any gold in here, but they will switch, and then it will be every time another item or another, yeah, resource. So that's fine. So to make sure this is all working well and good, I did change some things in here. I think there will be a problem with backing up, so this will be an issue. But in the future we will add some more, yeah, better belts and all that stuff. So this will not back up anymore, but we're saving some in here. That's also a nice thing to see. We're getting the ice, we're getting the coal. Should all be okay. It will travel down to the place we want. Alright, I'm going to leave it like this. I think I'm going to change this a little bit. This is going to filter out only ice, for example, and this is not going to block the carbon. We can bring it all the way down to this one. So we got only ice and a few carbon in there, or something like that. I don't know if I'm going to do that. For now I'm going to leave it. We will upgrade the belts maybe in the future. So of course I need to clear everything. That's fine. Let's go check out what's going on inside before we're going to end this episode. So just the basic stuff is going on to the place. So that's a problem, it's not maxing out. Not really a problem, because if we got more than enough resources from here and we bring in everything in here, this is only carbon. I think I also need to output some carbon in here. But we can also add another line down there. That's something for in the future. Alright, so quickly, what we have done today is grabbing the planetoids, get a terrain. We know how to get all the resources. We changed the belts, all that stuff. We got our thrusters or the engines up and running. We can travel around like crazy. And that's going to be it for this episode, because this is looking awesome. I'm really happy with that, and of course we will expand some more. I know that I do a little bit of grabbing the materials for the colonists, but we cannot do it for now. No. This episode will take then of course another episode, and yeah, that's a little bit too long for me, and maybe also for you. Just let me know. But alright, I'm going to end this episode. This is looking great. This is looking awesome. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye all.